This week's feast.
Twin Peaks. Hey everyone, as you may have noticed, we are not in our own kitchen today.
That's right, we're in Austin, Texas, my hometown, coming to you from a recreation of the iconic Double R Diner from Twin Peaks.
And a huge thank you to Showtime for inviting us out to their Twin Peaks activation and for working and sponsoring us on the show.
Yes, so today we are going to be taking some signature dishes from Twin Peaks and putting our own spin on it.
Hold on, Ash, what are you doing on this side of the counter?
What do you mean?
Well, you are my customer, Agent Adams, so I need to serve you some dishes.
Well, in that case, let the investigation begin.
Special Agent Ashley Adams, a AAA delight. Welcome to the Double R Diner. What can I get started for you?
A short stack of griddle cakes, melted butter, maple syrup, lightly heated, and a slice of ham. You know what they say.
Nothing beats the taste sensation
when maple syrup collides with ham. I'm gonna need some more sustenance before I start the day.
How's this?
Good God, man, you're as fast as a bumblebee. This is perfect.
Best donuts in all of Twin Peaks.
Whim?
Just like longest to make them.
You know what? I think I've lost my appetite.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'll be on my way now.
Have an excellent day!
Actually, there's one more thing on my mind.
Agent Adams, what can I do you for?
I just realized this breakfast wasn't complete for a reason. I'm missing one key item.
Well, you know what you say, nothing's a sure thing.
Until you end a meal with a slice of cherry pie. Except, let's not share it this time like the donuts. That was a mess.
You know what? I got just the thing. We're not serving up slices of pie here at the Double R Diner. We've got the whole experience in one. It's our custom pie in one mini cherry pies. How is it?
It's a miracle.
My job here is done.
And so is mine. Well, not really. I've been eating all morning instead of actually working. So...
Speaking of, how did you want to handle the bill? Agent Adams? Oh, man, not again. So, Ash, what'd you think about the classic Double R Diner dishes we served up today?
Not bad, Wim. Not bad at all. Now let's take it back to the kitchen so you can learn how to make it yourself.
You've seen the final products, now let's show you how to make them. Agent Cooper in Twin Peaks has always delighted in a great cup of coffee.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
And he has quite the impressive breakfast order to kick off the day.
Nothing beats the taste sensation when maple syrup collides with ham.
Start by whisking your flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder until combined. Then in a separate bowl, whisk together milk and an egg. When that's done, combine it with your flour mixture, add some melted butter, and keep beating it all together till you form the perfect pancake batter. Heat a pan on medium-high heat, butter the surface, and use a circular cookie cutter to ensure the perfect pancake shape. Pour in some batter and wait for the bubbles to rise to the top. That's when you'll know it's safe to flip the pancake and cook it on the other side. Repeat this step a few more times until you have a nice, delicious stack of pancakes to work with. In a separate pan, you'll want to heat up and grill your ham till it's golden browned and toasty. Using the same cookie cutter as before, slice out circular chunks of the ham so they'll be the exact same size as our pancakes. Stack them up just the way Agent Cooper might have imagined it when he placed his legendary order, then drizzle warm maple syrup all over and top with a slice of slightly melted butter. Delicious. This pancake, ham, maple syrup, and butter creation is as tasty as it looks. Certainly is a great way to start the morning, before you dive into the investigation of the brutal murder of a small town's homecoming queen. Another strange staple of Twin Peaks is the peculiar policeman's donut array. Look, we're not particularly sure exactly why, but we've learned not to question things in Twin Peaks. Since donuts are on the heavier side and we've got a long day of investigating in front of us, we're gonna make miniature donuts that are great to snack on. Whisk together your flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. Then in a separate mixing bowl, combine milk, some fresh brewed coffee, brown sugar, an egg, coconut oil, and vanilla extract. Mix the wet and the dry and don't stop till the batter is smooth. Pour this into a plastic bag or piping bag and set aside. Our second batter is just flour, baking powder, and salt mixed together in one bowl, and the same wet mixture as our previous donut in the other. Combine the wet and dry and pour it into a plastic or piping bag. Take your miniature donut tin and grease down the sides so our donut batter won't stick to the edges. Once that's done, fill the donut molds with our chocolate coffee donut batter and regular batter and let them bake in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 11 to 13 minutes. Let them cool when they're finished, and then prepare a bowl of powdered sugar and dunk half of our plain donuts in it to coat both sides and let them sit on a drying rack. For the chocolate coffee donuts, you'll want to glaze them over with melted chocolate, then throw it all in the fridge to let it harden. Stack them up on a plain white napkin or serve them on a dish, and you've got the best donut spread any investigator could ask for. Finally, it seems like dessert is served at every time of day in Twin Peaks. A delicious cherry pie is probably the most iconic part of visiting this strange town. Now you can get the feeling of eating an entire pie in one bite, but this one happens to fit in the palm of your hand. First, prepare your cherry pie filling by adding your cherries to a pot, squeezing in some lemon juice, and adding sugar and cornstarch before putting it on the stove on medium-high heat. Bring this mixture to a boil while stirring constantly, then reduce the heat and let it simmer. Once it's done, mash it all together and let it cool. For the pie itself, roll out some pre-made pie crust and cut out some circles. Then slice equally thick strips from the remainder of the pie crust and set aside. Coat your mini pie circles with sanding sugar and spoon in a small amount of the cherry pie filling into the middle. Lay 3 strips of your crust on both sides to create a lattice, weaving the strips in and out and cut off any extra on the sides. Brush the edges of the crust and lattice with an egg wash, then carefully pinch the edges all around. The egg wash should hold it all together. Apply another egg wash on top and sprinkle with sanding sugar before placing on the rack and into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 13 to 15 minutes. And voila! You've got the entire cherry pie experience, but condensed into a delicious treat the size of a cookie. A big thank you to Agent Cooper and the Double R Diner for making our mouths water since season 1 of Twin Peaks. We couldn't be more excited about these recipes, and we're so glad we finally got to bring them to life. Unfortunately, Laura Palmer is still dead.
Thank you all so much for tuning in.
And if you love Twin Peaks, make sure you don't miss the new Twin Peaks on Showtime because it's coming back.
It premieres May 21st. You can watch seasons 1 and 2 right now on Showtime. We also have a code for a free trial, so just click the link in the description below.
All right, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment letting us know what you want to see us make next on the show.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.